Again, tornado reported. A new warning's been issued. It's turning more to the south now, so they've expanded that warning a little bit. You can see it's moving off to the southeast. I'll put a little motion on this right now. We'll put a little motion to see if we can see it moving there. Let's do the last 30 minutes or so. So as we watch this move, you can see it's going to be turning more to the right here. It's going to be affecting Des Moines, Pleasant Hill. So again, seek shelter immediately in these areas right now in Des Moines and the south side of Des Moines, and heading on down into Pleasant Hill, that area as well. So this is a dangerous storm. Has produced a tornado. Last report, we did have some damage already reported with this tornado in the Des Moines area. So this is something that really just developed very quickly in this area. We didn't have any severe weather at first with this storm, but then it really changed its tune over the last 20 minutes or so. So we're watching it closely. I'm looking for some more reports here from the National Weather Service. It looks like there was tree and outbuilding damage reported in Polk County from this. The tornado warning is going to continue from the National Weather Service. It's radar confirmed right now. They don't have an eye on it right now, but a confirmed large, extremely dangerous tornado located over the Iowa Events Center in downtown Des Moines, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. So that is where the last report was, right in downtown Des Moines, the Iowa Events Center, and it's moving southeast. So this has really wrapped itself up so quickly, and it's all that heat and humidity that helped feed this thunderstorm and produce this tornado very rapidly. And again, we had a severe thunderstorm warning in place, but now it's a tornado warning for this area through Des Moines, heading to the southeast right now. So it's going to be passing down toward Carlisle and, of course, the south side of Des Moines and those areas. Let's get a closer look. I'm going to stop that loop again, and we can take a closer look at what's going on with this cell. It is something else. I'm looking at the debris again, and that'll tell us really where it is. And again, harder to see, but that debris area, basically in this area, Fluor, and moving off to the southeast. So let's go back and show you again the radar, which is easier, I think, to see really what's going on, because that debris gets very hard to see sometimes. But again, this is our tornado warning, and it's kind of wrapped itself up here, but it's still there, I think, and it is passing through the south side of Des Moines right now, moving off to the southeast. I'll put a motion on this, put the loop going here, and you can watch it again moving off. I'm going to slow that down to last 30 frames. So this is what we're looking at. This tornado warning is going to be continuing to move down to the southeast. Again, this cell really just quickly developed over the Des Moines area. We've had reports of damage already, and we're continuing to watch it, looking for more reports from this. Apparently, they said it was observed, and they said it was large. That's what they said, and I don't know how large that means, but it is in Des Moines right now, and it is heading down through the south side of Des Moines. So seek shelter immediately in this area. It is coming through the south side of Des Moines again, and we're talking about crossing, basically Southeast 14th Street is where it's about right now, and moving off to the southeast toward the Avon area, and it'll be going down toward the Mixmaster, 69, 65. That area is where it's heading right now, coming out of Des Moines right now. And you know what, Pleasant Hill, you're pretty close to this. Pleasant Hill, you're not in the warning, but I would definitely seek shelter in the Pleasant Hill area, especially the south side of Pleasant Hill. But this is what we're looking at with this storm moving off to the southeast right now, and it is going to continue to move off to the southeast. It looks like we still have some pretty strong signatures there with that storm, and this tornado was reported to be large, and it is producing some debris. So it has made contact with the ground, and it has caused some damage. We just hope nothing too terrible has happened, but boy, this is something that is really cranked up. We had a fairly strong storm coming into Des Moines, but then it just really wrapped up quickly across the area, and it just wrapped up. Hopefully it goes away as quickly as it developed. But right now that tornado warning does continue in basically the southeastern portion of Des Moines right now, heading into the Avon area, Pleasant Hill area, and Scotch Ridge area basically, and then maybe even down toward Carlisle, possibly into the Runnels area. You're in the path of the storm as well. So let's put a loop on that again. as it moves off to the southeast. I'm going to slow that down a little bit. It's a little too fast. But so we are watching this closely, and I want you to be safe in that area. Again, it's a small area of rotation in that area. Let's see if I can pull that up for you. I want to try to see the shear with this system and see if that points it out, and that's really not doing much justice there, is it? Unfortunately, we're not seeing the shear, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it just went away. Let me load up the shear track and see if that helps us point out where it's been. You can kind of see, there it is, how strong it was around Urbandale. That's where it developed, and it did make it down to downtown Des Moines. Hopefully it has weakened and lifted, but that's the shear track. That's where the tornado tracked as it developed there on the west side of Des Moines, going through Urbandale and then tracking off to the southeast, and apparently last seen around the event center with this storm. So that is it's a powerful situation, powerful tornado. Again, this is our tornado warning. They have changed it to a red warning, so it's radar indicated right now. So as quickly as it went, hopefully it's gone away. I'm going to load up velocity here and see if we can have a better look at any type of rotation that might still be there, but it looks like it has gotten a little bit weaker. There's still a little tight couplet. Actually, that's not really what we're looking for. That's more of a convergence area. So yeah, so it doesn't look quite as bad as it did before, that's for sure. Let's go back to the radar. And the warning here continues as we're going to watch this for a little while longer, of course, because it did produce a tornado in Des Moines, and it is continuing to move off to the southeast. That warning is going to be till 6:15 now, so we're going to take this till 6:15 unless it really changes and weakens more. But now we're looking at a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. It did produce a tornado, but now it's lost kind of that signature that it had earlier. It quickly formed a hook echo and wrapped up very quickly. So I was telling my newsroom earlier, today was a conditional day. Everything had to come together for a tornado to form. Unfortunately, it all came together in Des Moines, and right there, it went right into the Des Moines area. But now it is not looking the same. We still have the tornado warning, and we still want everybody to be safe in this area. South side of Des Moines, down into Carlisle, Runnels, the Hartford area, you're all in the path of this storm, and it could recycle. It could basically form a tornado again. And we've got our crews out, and we will be looking to see what damage it did. So you can stay with Local 5. We'll continue to watch this very closely as we go through the evening hours, and things are progressing off to the southeast. I'm going to show you a wider view right now, and we had tornadoes in eastern Iowa. We really weren't expecting tornadoes here. The threat was higher in eastern Iowa. You can see how they've really ramped up here, and the primary threat is going to be wind, but this one just kind of came together just in this area, and it might have been two cells converging that created a stronger rotation, but either way, it did produce a tornado in Des Moines, and now we still have that tornado warning until 6:15, and that's going to be moving off to the southeast and into the Pleasant Hill area. Now, the wind is going to be a threat too. You can see that large yellow polygon. That is a severe thunderstorm warning. We're expecting the winds to crank up with this system as it moves to the southeast. So if you are, in Newton, you've got a severe thunderstorm coming in. We've got severe weather coming into Pella and those areas. That's going to be straight line winds unless this this situation happens again where you get a spin up along that line. But right now we're looking at that tornado warning until 6:15, and I'm encouraged by what I'm seeing right now on the radar. It has lost a lot of its signature, tornadic signature, so that's a good sign there in that area. I'm going to check another radar here, so I'm just going to check a little bit more on this system. So it does look like that rotation has gone, really a lot of it's gone away. I'm not seeing much here at all with that rotation, so that's good news out there, folks. But still, we'll keep the warning going there. Again, Carlisle, Hartford, Runnels, you're still technically in that tornado warning. We'll keep it going just to be safe here. And that severe thunderstorm threat will continue to move off to the southeast. Now, we are under a severe thunderstorm watch, and that'll continue here, especially south and east of the metro. So this is going to go through the metro, and this is going to be pretty much it, I think, for severe weather. But down in southern and eastern Iowa, there's going to be that threat for severe weather into the next couple of hours here. And boy, it came up very, very fast. And if the newsroom, if you guys got any information about the damage that you've been seeing or reported, just chime in, let me know in my ear, and we will get that on the air. But right now, it was reported to be a large tornado developed west side, came into Des Moines, and apparently lifted somewhere around the Iowa Event Center. It was seen there by an eyewitness, and it continues to move off to the southeast. And this warning has been getting notched away. They're doing a very good job at the National Weather Service kind of taking away that warning as it moves out of the area. So it's almost out of Polk County right now and moving down into Warren County, and it has lost a lot of its oomph, let's say. So that is a good sign. I'm not seeing really any rotation that's concerning with it right now, and it is just we'll have to watch for redevelopment, though, I'll tell you what, because that happened quickly, and if it happened once, it could happen twice. So we'll keep a close eye on things as it moves off to the southeast. Heavy rain falling obviously out there as well. A lot of folks getting downpours, torrential rainfall. We've had some flooding, street flooding going on, and just a terrible night to be out right now with all the bad weather we had. Of course, we had a hot, humid day, led to these storms out there, and you might be hearing the sirens in some areas. That'll be, till 6:15. There is a warning out. Now, there's no warning now in West Des Moines, but the reports that we got, I'm going to go back and see some of these reports. The first, it was a brief tornado reported by Polk County Dispatch, and that was law enforcement reported that at 5:38, and that was up in the northwest side there. Up toward Clive, and then it moved on into Windsor Heights, and then it headed on into, say, the Iowa Event Center, so downtown. And so I know some reports of damage have been reported, certainly trees, hopefully no houses, but there were reports certainly of damage with this. So I think it was a brief tornado, and then it became a bigger tornado, unfortunately, in Des Moines. Again, that warning continues until 6:15. We got 15 more minutes on that warning, and right now it is radar indicated. As you can see, we've got that information up there under our weather impact sign. We'll let you know, if it's a radar confirmed or if it's been confirmed by an eyewitness, and this one happens to be radar indicated. So it is basically a downgrade from what we had earlier. When you see the magenta tornado warning on Local 5, you'll know that's a tornado that's been reported, it's confirmed, it's on the ground. When it's a red tornado warning, that means it's radar indicated. It means it could develop or it has developed, but it's a lesser tornado warning, let's put it that way. So we are watching it again. It's moving out of Polk County. A closer look around Carlisle. Nothing standing out that looks dangerous there right now, but we're going to watch this, of course, and make sure everyone is safe as we go through the next 14 minutes or so and let that storm kind of wind down. This is probably going to become the bigger concern, and that is going to be this wind moving on in. It says hail of 1 inch, but it probably will produce some wind eventually in the area. We're going to start our newscast there. That's why you saw that little open there. So 6 o'clock news has started, and our news team is going to be working on getting some information about any damage that happened with this tornado. Again, very quickly developing. It was kind of a marginally severe thunderstorm that got its act together just in time to produce a tornado. And if we get a mic, do you have a mic on, Hannah? Okay, let's get her mic'd up. So Hannah, my meteorologist Hannah Dennis is here, so we'll get her mic'd up so she can be part of the conversation here in case things get out of hand here, but I'll continue to monitor here. We are looking at the tornado warning till 6:15. Again, it's moving out of Polk County down into Warren County, and you can see this area doesn't look too menacing at all. And I'll take a look at velocity here for you, and we've got some strong winds for sure. You can see those bright colors there, and I can even put that on here. So we'll filter out all the low winds. These are all the higher winds, and there's definitely some high winds in eastern Polk County there. You can see that coming into Prairie City. Now, of course, some of this is elevated, but that still is some strong wind, and you're going to have some gusty winds with these storms for sure as we go through the evening here. The warning is still out, and there it is. Again, we're not seeing any rotation right now, so we'll see if the National Weather Service continues that warning or not. But right now we have no indication that they're going to continue or to cancel it quite yet. So just kind of monitoring everything So bear with me here as I take a look and see what they've done here. So the tornado warning till 6:15 continues. They said a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. So we're kind of in agreement there. It's a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado moving southeast at 40 miles per hour. So moving down into Warren County. So still seek shelter there, and also some hail is possible with that storm as it moves off to the south. But we'll see if it can regenerate, because sometimes they do that as well. They do regenerate sometimes and form again. So that's why we have to watch those particular cells that can do that. So it was Hannah is getting Mike. So eastern Iowa had tornadoes earlier today, and it was believed that maybe we would be out of the woods. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Quick tornado developing on the west side, coming into downtown Des Moines before it lifted or fizzled out and causing some damage. And we're still assessing that and see how much damage has occurred. And it was reported to be a large tornado, but maybe the public saw it and they don't know the size of tornadoes, but somebody called it a large tornado. So we'll see if that rings true as we assess the whole situation here. Still kind of looking for more information. They're trimming Polk County out of the tornado warning. That's to be expected. National Weather Service doing a good job of kind of monitoring that area. So Polk County completely out of the tornado warning right now. It's just a tiny little area, as you can see on the screen here. I'll move it a little closer. So this is the area that was rotating, and now it's just a little tail there, so it doesn't have much energy at this time. So we're in pretty good shape with that. So I'm feeling pretty good about this storm. Maybe we don't need to take it until 6:15. I think what we might want to change gears here as we go into the newscast and maybe give people more information on other weather out there. So if we want, if we can, maybe the producer can talk to me, but maybe we can just go ahead and start the newscast, and I can do a weather. First weather, we can kind of go on with it. I'm not too concerned with this cell right now. Okay, we'll go ahead and start with just the open then, and we will go ahead and start our Local 5 news right now.
You're watching Local 5 News. We are Iowa.
Well, tonight, Local 5 is following some big stories that impact you nationally and locally. We will take a live look outside Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. That is where former President Trump has officially been chosen as the Republican presidential nominee and selected his new running mate. But before we get to that, of course, we have that severe weather that's working their way through the Des Moines metro, right in Des Moines, making today a Local 5 weather impact day. Brad, you're joining us again. Storms, it seems like we're seeing the situation maybe improve a little bit, but we still got to be alert out there. Yeah, we still got a little bit of a warning left. That tornado warning still remains in effect for parts of Warren County around Hartford. You still have that. We'll go to the radar right now, and we'll go ahead and show you that thunderstorm, and it's going to go back to max 2. There you go. And this thunderstorm continues to weaken, at least in the tornado warning area. There is still the large severe thunderstorm warning, and that could produce some hail, but things are improving, let's say, here in central Iowa. You can see, though, we have a new warning out here. So this is interesting. Out here, another cell did the same thing. So it's trying to produce a tornado. This is outside of our viewing area down in Red Oak. So that is in extreme southwest Iowa. So we'll keep an eye on these cells for sure as we go through. Of course, today was a very hot and humid day. We had a high of 95. The heat index got to 110 in Des Moines, which is the hottest we've seen, I think, this year in this area. So this warning, again, this tornado warning that's in our viewing area is going to expire at 6:15 if it's not canceled first. I do want to show you the storm reports before we go back to the news desk, and let me load that up for you. But we have had some reports of the storms out there, and they were basically 2 reports in that area, if I can find the palette that shows that. But the storms
touchdown in West Des Moines. We had 2 reports there earlier today. And again, I'm just trying to find the palette for that, but I don't see it right now. But I guess this will do. This is where we had the report. So we had a wind report up in Ankeny, so very strong winds there, north side of Ankeny. And here's where the tornado started. Just south of Grimes is where it was first reported, as best they can tell, you know, when they're spotting those. But that's where it started there, out there by James Street, 37th Street, and that is in the Grimes area heading into Clive. And then it moved into Urbandale, and then apparently they had a report also right around the Iowa Event Center. So we'll keep a track on all of this severe weather, and we'll have more in just a bit.
Well, it is the Republican National Convention's first day, with former President Trump selecting Ohio Senator J.D. Vance as his running mate. Now, tonight's events are still expected to focus on the economy, even after Saturday's shooting at the Trump rally in Pennsylvania, which the former president was injured. ABC's Mary Alice Parks reports from the convention site in Milwaukee.
The great state of Iowa proudly cast all of its 40 votes for President Donald J. Trump.
Republicans gathering in Milwaukee to formally nominate former President Donald Trump as the GOP presidential candidate. The former president receiving enough
Local 5 weather impact alert out there. Of course, we have the heat, the humidity, now the severe weather. Tornado developing on the west side of Des Moines coming into downtown Des Moines. We've got a crew out there looking at that now. Thunderstorms are moving east here. Now, these are all the yellow boxes, of course, are severe thunderstorm warnings, and that includes east side of Des Moines. This is still a tornado warning just outside of our viewing area, so we'll keep an eye on that cell as we go into the evening. The thunderstorms are still very heavy here back to Newton and Jasper County, dropping on down to the south as well and down into Marion County. So things are still very heavy, and wind is going to be the primary threat here, maybe some hail, but the winds are going to be picking up. This is what we expected today. They're congealing and making into that. This one's an isolated, kind of a lone cell. You got to watch those out there. So we'll keep an eye on that in Adams County as it comes into Adams County if there's anything that you should be alerted about. The watch was issued earlier today, and that's till 11 o'clock, but we're going to be long gone. These storms are going to be long gone by, say, 9 o'clock. So they're going to move through our viewing area pretty good. We've cooled things down. That heat index is still, though, 111 in Creston. We had a heat index of 110 in Des Moines earlier, but the thunderstorms did the trick and they cooled us down. Not so much yet at the airport, but it's heading down to the south side. 78 degrees at the airport, getting a northwest wind. So that's an outflow boundary cooling down the airport there. And I suppose the thunderstorms did go through that area and cool it down as well. You can see how cool it is up here where the storms have gone through. To the south, still close to 90 degrees. Although the airport hasn't reported rain yet, I'm not sure if they got any of that. The dew points, it's kind of a mixed bag out there. Some drier air will be coming in. The winds are going to pick up from the north a little bit tomorrow, and it will try to dry the atmosphere out, so lower the humidity out there. And you can see the temperature, or the dew points, will get lower, and the temperatures will get down to the 60s tomorrow. So it is going to feel better tomorrow. More of a typical day, low to mid 80s out there, depending on how much sunshine we get. So here's a future cast. Thunderstorms are out there right now, and they'll continue to do this. See this right here, this leading edge? That could produce some pretty big wind on down as it bows out into southeast Iowa. So keep that in mind in Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, and areas down to the south. Things will quiet down overnight. 9 p.m. we're done pretty much, clearing out. Some sunshine in the morning tomorrow. Clouds in the afternoon. There could be some spotty showers developing, but nothing major is going to happen after tonight. It looks very quiet in our weather pattern. You can see those spotty little showers developing as another push of cool air comes in. It's going to be really, really comfortable after today. Cooling down later tonight, those thunderstorms are moving off to the south and east, 70 degrees. Partly cloudy tomorrow with spotty showers possible in the afternoon and evening, but chances are pretty low, only 20%. Here's the first 7 days, and you can see how we're going to be pretty nice here really the next several days. A little bit of rain, at least a chance of showers this weekend, but a lot of clouds around, but probably not much rain this weekend, and certainly no severe weather in the forecast. So today is the one and only double weather impact day here at Local 5. We had the heat and humidity, and we had the severe weather.
Okay, and I mean, it just kind of quickly came upon us, didn't it? We felt it out there all day long, just waiting on it.
A double whammy, yes.
Yeah, it was. All right, Brad, thanks.